Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be walking you guys behind the scenes of one of my most recent projects, and we have done slight bits of changes in our format, at least for this video. We'll see how it will stick, and yeah, please like and subscribe. Let's move on. Today's video is about a futuristic electric go-kart inspired by the Solarpunk theme, and it's all about like sustainable materials, like friendly design and overall innovation around it. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in a bit. The idea started with a question actually. It's about what the personal transport could look like in the solarpunk world. It's a world where the technology and nature actually coexists, and where the energy is clean and all the design is purposeful, and objects are meant to be repaired and reused, because yeah, there has to be no waste. So it's basically like, it's almost a utopia, I would say. In this context, the go-kart becomes more than just a driving vehicle. Like the driving machine, it just becomes like a symbol of sustainability, modularity, and user friendliness, especially when it comes to like just racing on a track where you showcase the peak technology out there, to make a progress in the technology of energy or like the driving sense. That's where actually like F1 or like all those like racing cultures stands for. So yeah, the design was supposed to be accessible and customizable, and it has to, I was thinking it could be built with recyclable materials, so it would invite curiosity, and it will be made for makers, where people could customize the design or change the parts if they want. So the openness actually is coming from, I was thinking like there must be a way to express that in design, which I was thinking it would come from the opacity of the materials. That's why I thought that maybe there would be some semi-transparent materials, or transparent materials could be mold, so people could see the inside and what's out there, what's inside the car. And inside of the car, the colors, I think they should be as colorful as possible, so people wouldn't feel that alienated, because if you look at outside, everything is like very bright and very colorful, you know. So I don't think we should alienate people from those. And the cables, I think they should also be exposed as well, because they have to be easily accessible, because it's a racing car anyways. And it also should invoke some friendliness on them, and that will collaborate in the overall design of the car. So that's something that we shouldn't be skipping. Also, thinking about the chassis, I thought that it would also like be as exposed as possible, because like if you would like to attach a different part on the car, that was of course within the regulations and stuff, which I never thought, but still, it should be easily accessible by the mechanics or the driver himself or herself. I began with a graphic sketch, like quickly outlining the overall proportions and core volume of the vehicle. From the start, the material placed was quite important, as you have also seen in the references before. But still, it's not entirely locked in, as you might have probably also seen like in the previous videos. I was thinking like there will be for sure translucent PETG and steel for the main frame. the framework is kind of like, it is surely locked in, but all the material qualities or the placement of the outside areas were still like open for iteration, so I just kept it as open as possible, and then I moved on. The materials that I chose, except for the steel, I think, they are not just sustainable, but they're lightweight and printable and accessible. Framework is just there to protect the user and integration of the parts. So I thought it should be as rigid and lightweight as possible. When things are mostly locked in and like mostly the design language, I moved everything to Blender and then started remodeling some parts, or just even some parts I kept them, but most of them were actually rebuilt, but still I kept the original body language, design language of it. Maybe I can find it over here. It's body 1. Second, as you can see here, is like a actual secondary body. This is the Gravity Sketch export, as you can see, and then we have the reference point here, and then we have built everything on top of it. It was extremely crucial because of the framework. I just had to keep it as close to the actual one as possible, without changing it much, although like still kept it as flexible as possible, so that if you're going to exchange some parts, that should be shaped accordingly. And then moved on. I can also show you the chassis. The whole chassis is actually built for manufacturability and balance and rigidity, and it has to be also like as lightweight as possible, of course. Over there we can now move on to the actual design. As you can see, I implemented the battery compartments and the separate engines, but most of the weight is in the back for the driving reasons, just so it can hold on to the road better without doing like a lot of drifting around. We got a lot of slots we got the slots for the electric compartments, the components, and all the measure parts from the translucent shell to the structural frame that are designed to be replaceable. They're all modular, including the solar panels, which I barely have mentioned about, which are like, these are omnidirectional, like you can open them actually. Just a second. Yeah, as you can see there, we can open them. Yeah, it can be opened this way, but also you can also rotate them, which gives them a lot of flexibility on the track when they are moving around, so they can have the optimal angle for recharging their batteries on the way. If we animate this, I wonder if the keyframes are there. No, erase the keyframes, but anyways. But yeah, the whole vehicle actually levitates, and then batteries and the maglev system starts working out, and then just slightly, just maybe a few centimeters above the ground, just starts floating, so it can reduce the friction and it will be much more sustainable and then economical for the car. But yeah, the overall sense of having stuff that are sustainable is important, because I was thinking about like having this 3D printable systems on the pit stop as well, which is like still in development, which you will see in the future, maybe like probably next week. And the parts can be remanufactured on the track, like when the car needs to go into a very quick maintenance in the pit stop. Also, open frame gave us a lot of opportunities to keep things as modular, because it will be a lot more difficult to put the parts out and replace them. But in the current stage, all the circuits, all the important parts are easy to access, which is the most important thing when it comes to racing, and when it comes to small-sized racing vehicles especially. Nothing is hidden in the design. It's built like a tool. It's expressive, and I wouldn't say not decorative, but not decorative. Of course, there's some decorative parts, which like some parts can be designed in a different way, just to make them be more functional rather than aesthetic. But the expression or the the overall merging of expressionism and functionality are the actual key of this design. Let's take a quick look at the breakdown a little bit. So let's move it a little bit further timeline. Yes. So as you can see here, there's like an explorer view of the main components here, and we can have a look at the control hub, electronics tray, like over here. The electronics tray is over there, just to communicate with the steering wheel and the maglev components here. And then we have the wireframe, of course, the roll cage, and the framework in general. And also you can see the rear components, where we also have the battery section and the other the rear maglev components that are attached to directly over here, as you can see. And we have the translucent PETG body panels, like over here and there and here. And I was thinking these parts can be like steel maybe, but still it's kind of open for reiteration to make it out more like reprintable. The modular battery packs, the whole joints and stuff are like printed out, and the access ports are also printed out as well. That will enhance the repairability and sustainability of the vehicle. Each parts that are here on the design are not actually there just for being a decoration, but they have their own actual purpose, which is quite crucial for racing cars when you think about it. This breakdown reflects the philosophy of modularity over here. It's each part can be replaceable, printable, and understandable at a glance, especially for the people who are manufacturing it or repairing it or driving it, just so they can like very quickly access the parts and change them whenever it's necessary. Okay, so thank you guys for joining me for this journey for design the vehicle, and I hope you enjoyed the last 15 minutes of your time over here. This was a quite short video actually. I wondered if you like the new format or not. Just let me know please, otherwise you can go back to our 1 hour long of like design sessions. This time around I just wanted to skip the making part a little bit, but include the explanation part of the design itself, because in the previous videos we were just designing the talking about the initial ideation and then going through a very long recording sessions of design process, which takes a long time. This way I was thinking like we can keep the design preparation like as short as possible, like finish a whole thing within a week and then just explain it in the very end of the week. This way I was thinking like it will be a lot more productive for me, because the previous designs also almost took us like 2 months or 3 months or so, even though there were a lot of work and stuff in between. So anyways, yeah, please let me know what you think about this format. Also drop comments with your thoughts and suggestions, like what would your design would look like in the Solarpunk world, like what would you include and what would you think about it. So subscribe if you would like to see more. Please like the video as well if you really like it, and then yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, which will be showcasing the pit stop design, which will include a lot of like cable management stuff, or like speed manufacturing for the parts, or like battery management, or like how we can place the audience or like the garage itself. So there's a lot of like things going on there, and we can include a lot more stuff. We can even include like plants just generating energy and stuff. It will be interesting. We will go through some progress in there. I'll also share it throughout the week. I will share some shorts, and then probably on the next Thursday we will have a new video coming up next. Yeah, please keep in touch. I'll also keep in touch around this area. I will posts, I will send posts, I will send shorts, and then we will progress, and then we will start like widening our creative process and include new stuff in our library of knowledge. Please like and subscribe, and feel free to share about what you think. Thank you so much all, and I wish you a great week, and have a nice weekend as well. And it's freaking burning here. I should take off. All right, have a nice one guys. Bye.